everyone. Hello and good morning to everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. You can just send your comments in the chat box if there is any problem. So, students, I would like you to introduce myself with the students. I would like you. Hello, everyone. I am the candidate master Ravi Kumar from the central part of India, and I'll be taking your class as a coach of the King Chess Academy. And I hope I'm very audible to everybody. So hi to everyone again, and let's begin our class. So as whenever we learn certain things, we go to a certain phase. So the learning phase starts with the beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So we are going to the beginner phase as taken by my other coaches, who among them were there very prominent title players like the FIDE masters were also there, who were guiding you with the things. So in that same course, I'll be taking the classes further, and we will start our classes with the same beginner course going on. So as you can see the screen, today's we will be taking the first topic, attacking and protecting. So let's begin. So as the word clearly indicates, attacking and protecting. This word is the word which is there every move you play on the chessboard. There is a word which will come as attack and protecting, or we can say it is defending, which will come along. So throughout the chess game, this word will always come. Attack, defense, attacking and protecting. So let's see what does these words mean and how we can learn attacking and protecting. This, if a lot of the kids would have learned some karate, or any physical game where two players are playing, this word is always used. Attacking, attack the weak point. Protecting, protect against that attack. So this word actually comes from chess. Like, our strategy is always to attack the opponent's weakness. Protecting is observing. If you will not observe what is your opponent attacking, then there is a difficulty that you may not respond well to the attack. So protecting and attacking, these both words goes along. So let's not talk so much about the words. Let's get to the action. Like, we have the first position on the board, and we will see what does attack means and what does protecting means. So as you can see on the chessboard, yeah. So as you can see on the chessboard, there is a position with white is having the rook and black is having the pawn and the rook. So let's understand the thing that when a piece is attacked is same or higher. So as you can see here, I moved my rook to attack the pawn. So here you can observe that the white rook moved and an attack happens, and then black rook made a defense, and if white captures the pawn, he loses the rook because so this is not the right capture. The position is being repeated a little twice. So attack and defense was created in this position. So let's go to the next position. How we will see the attack and protection, defense coming. So we have the second position over the board, and in this position, we will see that how the white knight attacks and how the black knight defends. White moved the knight to f3, attacking the unprotected e5 pawn. Black responded with knight to c6, defending the e5 pawn. If white takes the pawn, which is a mistake, black will recapture the knight. So that was not a good exchange. I'll just repeat it one more time. What is attack? White knight moved to f3. This is attack. What is protection? Defense. Black knight moved to c6. This is protection. Attack, defense. And then white knight capture, which is a mistake, because he thought he will win a pawn, but he didn't see one more step ahead that he can lose the knight since there was a protection. Let's get on to the third puzzle. Now, let us go to a puzzle where the bishop will attack the knight. So, let's see what happens if the bishop attacks the knight in the next puzzle. So, the bishop moved to b5, and this moving of the bishop to b5, attacking the knight, is called as attacking. So this is an attack. So whenever an attack is generated, attack is there over the board, automatically a child, a student will think that protection should come. And there are specific rules relating by which we protect. Let us see how black protects this. So black protects it with the bishop on d7, moving the bishop on d7. And then if white takes the knight as he has taken, black takes the bishop back. So black has lost the knight, but he has gained the bishop. So this is the thing. Attack. Here comes the defense. Now is the capture. But this is an equal capture. Yeah. So this is the way we see an example of attack and defense. So let's move further. And now we will see an example where we have attack, protection, and strengthening the attack. So white here moved the rook to d1. Now his idea is to attack the pawn. So there is an attack which is generated on this pawn. So black needs to find the defense. So kids, can you answer? How will black make a defense? Please give your answers. How can you make a defense? So the answers are really flooding here. Vignesh has given the right answer. Bhavesh has given the right answer. Jinendra has given the right answer. Vignesh Sridhar has given the right answer. Shrisha has given the right answer. Very good. We have another answer from Saranya. Very good. Yashwani has given the right answer. Very good, kids. Abhyut, Rajesh has given the answer. Bhavesh is giving the right answer. Dev is giving the right answer. Fantastic. Padmavati, Arushi and Suman, you have given the wrong notations. Please improve the notations. The notations, yes, notation should be correct. Saranya, Bhavin, Himanshi, Yashashwini, very good. All are giving the right answer. Anand has not written the notations properly. So writing the notation is also very important as explained by my previous coaches. Please concentrate on that. Amang has given the right answer. Dev has given the right answer. Chandrasekhar Shastri has given the right answer. Janvi, Abhyut, and there is an ID named as Unique Performance. So sorry, I don't know the name. CP have Vignesh, Sai, Viju, everybody. The list is quite big. So kindly pardon me for not taking all of your names. So let us proceed. Everybody has given almost a right answer. Terrific. So the move is, there are three moves which are possible here, and a lot of kids have given the right answer with rook d8, rook d7, and even rook e5. All the moves are correct. All the moves are absolutely right. Very good. So let us continue and see attacking and defending. So here we are, attack. Here comes defense. Every move was a right. This is one way. And now we will see that we strengthen the attack. So now you can see that we have strengthened the attack. This is also called as, in the language of chess, we call it as two-fold attack. There are two people who are attacking. You know, chess is also like mathematics. It is like 2 is greater than 1. Like we learn these concepts in mathematics. So how we apply it in chessboard, we apply like this. The one rook is attacking the pawn, that is one attack. Behind that, that is also called as an X-ray attack. The second rook is attacking that pawn. So that is two attack. That is two. And now the protector, attackers are the two and the protectors are one. So it is one fold defense. So 2 is greater than 1. So here you have to bring the second protector. White has strengthened the attack. And this is very important. Like when one attacks, when another person protects, it is important to build second attack. This is what has happened in this puzzle. White has strengthened the attack on the d5 pawn. So Let's continue and see what is a defense. So instead of telling you the defense, it's time for you kids to answer me the question. How will black strengthen the protection? Please suggest a move by which you can strengthen the protection. So I'll be seeing your chats. The answers are really flooding. So I'll write, I have to really make a very rapid call. Right from Jinendra, Bhavesh, Mamta, Himanshi, Sankar, Shushrut, Vignesh, Aruna, Abhyut, Bhavesh, Chandrasekhar Shastri, Bhavesh. Yeah, everybody is giving the right answer. Rook G5 is being told by Saranya. I think Saranya, you need to improve the notations. It is not G5, it is something else, but I can understand it is a right answer. Anant, Shushrut, Srividya, Bhavesh, Mamta, Deepa, Himanshi Gupta, Bhavesh, Bhavan, MA, Vignesh, Manvita, Saranya. Saranya, please improve your annotations. The square should be correctly. Manvita, you have mentioned bishop e7. So make sure that the notations are correct. Okay. So everybody is just flooding with the right answer. Very good, kids. Very, very strong group of students here. Very good. So yeah, there are two moves possible here. Of course, you can play rook to e5 and you can also play rook to d7. In both the cases, black manages to strengthen the center, strengthen the protection itself towards the center where the pawn is being attacked. So well done. So the move is rook d7, rook e5 is equally good. And I would like to share one more thing, that in the terms of language of chess, we have these two pieces on the same file. If white captures it, it's a mistake because there were two defenders, 2 is equal to 2, so white loses the material. So I was mentioning that what in the language of chess, these two things called. For example, if white plays this, black plays this, now white plays this, what is this called as? So let us see, like, there is a general awareness, right? What is this called as? General knowledge kind of a thing. So let's see, any kid can tell me what is this two things called as? When the two rooks are lined up together, then what term we use in the language of chess? Please give your answer in the chat box. There is a special term used. It's a double fold attack. It's good, but there is a better term for it. Yeah, Bhavin, there is a better term for it. You are answering. Your answer is correct. Yeah, Lokesh, Himanshi Gupta, there is another word used when the two rooks are line up on the same file. It may be rank also, but this is called as a special word use. Yeah, Abhyut has given the answer X-ray attack. Yeah, it is correct. Strengthening of the attack is being answers given by Saranya and Manvita. Yeah, please. Yeah, I will introduce the right term for you because it's still not I have taught to you. So my answer, my asking this question is not very genuine, but there is an awareness for it. So yeah, lots of answer coming. So let me get you to the answer. Nobody has given the right answer till now. Strengthening and the twofold attack is the right thing. But specifically, I have created a big circle on these two rooks. So what these two rooks called as? They are called as, in the language of chess, battery. We call it as a rook and a rook battery. So why do we use this term battery? You know, kids, it's simple. When there is a toy, you put the battery inside the toy starts to work. So here, the same thing happens. The battery of the rook strengthens the attack. So this is a powerful thing in chess, the battery of the rook and rook. So now there is a twofold attack. But the word, the technical terms which used is battery. It's a rook and a rook battery. Okay, kids, let's proceed. Yeah, it's the answer being given by Chinna. It's answer being given by Bhavin. And yeah, the battery, the answer was also given by Bhavesh, Arushi Soni. Very good. Ashok Jha. And yeah, Geeta Gopi. Yeah, very nice. Vignesh and Shushrut, Yashashwini, Kavita. Yeah, all giving the answers with the battery. Nice. Yeah, it's a battery. So the word worth remembering. So let's create the battery and create a twofold attack. So what we learned now was attacking and defending. We went through these puzzles, which I'm just scrolling in front of you. And now we will also see that what is the value of the pieces when it attacks the piece. So the topic here is the value of the attacking piece is less. Normally, it's a good idea to capture the opponent's piece, but we have to see that we don't capture a piece by which we are losing the values. So every kid should give me an answer now. What are the value of the pieces? Can you quickly type in the chat box and send me so that I can know it? So like you can say the value of the queen, rook, bishop, knight and pawn. You can see a short form and then send me. So that I'm aware that everybody knows what is the value of the pieces. So you can give me in one thing. Yeah, somebody has given me the answer, Shushrut, that the value of the king is 100. Yeah, it is equivalent. The rook is worth 6 values. Kavish has given the answer. Can you give me in one line that is q, the q, you can do the short form for the queen as q. Q is worth this much, rook is worth this much, the bishop is worth this much, and the pawn is worth this much, and the knight is worth this much, like this. So the value of the king is infinite or 100 points as been given and mentioned by all the kids. So yeah, it is okay, but there is actually no value being assigned for the king. The king is the most important piece in the chess game because the purpose of the chess game is to checkmate the king. So there is no value being assigned. But yeah, it is the most important piece. It is the most important piece in the game. Its value is more than a queen. The purpose of the chess game is to checkmate the opponent's king, and obviously we have to safeguard our own king. So we have the answers spreading by Kavish. Pawn is worth 1 value. Himanshi Gupta said queen is worth 8 values. And Jane Padmavati, Ripka, yeah. We have Shushrut Kumar giving the answer. The bishop is worth 5 values. Janeen Kumar giving the answer pawn worth 1. Vishwajit is giving the answer that queen is worth 9 values. Mayan also has given the right answer. And Himanshi Gupta, Sati Suresh, Rook is worth 5. A lot of kids have given the answer Rook is worth 6 values. So Bishop is worth 3. Okay. So yeah, like it's good to know about all these. So yeah, now everybody has given the answer in one flow. Yashashwini has given the answer queen 9 values, rook 5 values, knight and bishop are worth 3 and the 1 point for the pawn. Absolutely right. Bhavesh has also written very well, and Bhavin, Yashashwini, and everybody has written the answers very, very well. Congratulations to all, and my apologies if I'm missing out any name because there are lots of names. So yeah. So That is very important. It's a very important parameter that, you know, you take decisions on the basis of the value of the pieces. So I'll just write out in the screen that to tell you again, to remind you that the value of the pieces is queen is worth 9 values, and you can just see this. The queen is worth 9, the rook is worth 5, and the bishop is worth 3, the knight is worth 3, and the pawn is worth 1. And the king is important. So I'll just have given a small view that the value of the queen is 9, rook is 5, bishop is 3, knight n is the symbol of it, 3, pawn it's 1, and the king is the most important. No value has been assigned to the king. So you should remember these things, because on the basis of these things you will take decisions whether you should capture something or not. So since we have learned the attack and defense, we will move further here. And now you can see that after the attack and defense we have learned, there is a position in which this queen is actually capturing the knight. So is it a good thing or a bad thing to capture the knight? Please give your answer in the chat box. Yes or no? Good or bad? So the answers really flooded with Sati Suresh giving the answer correctly, Bhavesh giving the answer. Okay, we have some answers who are saying that this is a good thing also. Okay, we have Vignesh giving it as good. And yeah, maximum has given the right answer, that is bad. And Yashashwini also has given the answer as yes. Vivek Bhandari has given the answer as good. And okay, so yeah, lots of kids have given the right answer. It is bad, bad, bad. Yes, absolutely right. So kids, first of all, I will congratulate the students who are giving the wrong answer. You know what chess teaches us? Chess teaches us do a mistake and learn from it. Learning. It tells you have to learn. Even as a chess player, you know that the world champion Vishwanath Anand, who is being playing chess for just the age of 4 to 5 years, he started chess with the age of 4 to 5 years. At the 50 years of age, being the world champion for the 5 times, he still says, you still have to learn little more to understand chess. So see, learning is such a nice thing that you do it throughout your life. So the kids who are not giving the answers and who are giving the answer and even giving the answers wrong, they are going to be a very good learner because they will understand. So now we come to the point that everybody told me the right answer, that this is a bad capture because the queen is worth 9 values and the knight is worth 3 values, and now we will see the consequences of it. When we will capture the knight, the opponent's pawn will capture us. So this will be resulting in the loss of the queen for the black. Black will lose the queen and white will lose the knight. So black will lose the 9 values and white will lose the 3 values. So it is not correct. And let us see over the board how the things will go. So he chased away the knight with the pawn. He didn't capture it with the queen. So this is attack and white defended. So there was an attack on the knight, as we will observe. And so we have some messages coming. Okay. Yeah, absolutely right. Ashrita Satish Pillai is giving the answers. Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah. So let's continue with the things. So what we saw in this game is, if we are attacking something, but it's the higher value, we should not capture that. We should attack it normally with the lower values. We should not lose material, as has been demonstrated in this puzzle. Let's go further. So in this position, we will see how the queen is attacked when he moves early in the game. So when we play a match, there is a general principle that we should not develop the queen early. So let's see what happens if the queen develops early. So kids, what will you do here? Please give your answers. You have to tell me a move by which you can attack the queen. That is what we have learned today, attacking and protecting. So a general guidelines is you should not develop the queen early. So the answers really floods around. This is a very nice group. Bhavesh, absolutely right. Abhiyut, very good. You have given two answers, Abhiyut Rajesh, very good. Yes, Bhavesh, absolutely right. Ruby, Ruby, it is black to play. It is black to play here. White has developed the queen. You need to launch an attack on the queen. So we have Kavish. Kavish, I think you should correct your notations, but I think I can get your answer. You have to put up an attack. So we have, yeah, Durga Devi, Yashashwani, Jagruti, Deepa, Sati Suresh, Bhavesh, Chandrasekhar. Wow, everybody. Sorry, I'm just really not taking all the names. Ashok Jha says he didn't understood. Ashok, you have to launch an attack from the black side to the queen. You have to put an attack. Yeah, everybody. Very nice field actually. Good kids. Yes, everybody given the right answer. There are two ways to attack, and one of the ways to attack is bringing the knight. So the important principle is to develop the knight. First is the center pawn and then develop the knight. So knight goes to f6, it launches an attack on the queen. So we learn a lesson that we should not expose our queen bringing to the attack. As you can see here, lots of attacks are coming down to this position. Let's see this position. Yeah. One more time from the beginning. White develops the queen. Black launches an attack. This is attack. White queen is threatened by the three values of the knight. So white queen retreats back. Now, black keeps on developing. He moves the pawn forward so that he can develop the bishop. White also develops so that he can develop the bishop. Black develops first, attacking the queen. So it's the two time that black is developing and white queen is being threatened. So white queen, which is worth 9 values, has to move. It is exposed. White queen moves. So you can see that a general guidelines, don't move the queen in the early phase of the game. And if you do, black gets the advantage of lead in development by developing the minor pieces. So I have a question from Vananja that she didn't understood. Okay, I'll try to explain you one more time. White moved the queen early in the game. This is a phase of the game where two moves have been played. The center pawns, knight, knight. Now we are seeing that a side has developed the queen early. So what we do in that? Okay, so Himanshi Gupta has a confusion that please clear the confusion between check and checkmate. Okay, Himanshi, I'll just finish this topic and after that, I will clearly explain you what is the difference between check and checkmate. As you have requested in the chat, I'll clear it out. Okay, so let us just see it one more time. Knight developed to attack the queen. Queen defended by moving away. The queen protected himself by moving away. Then black moved the pawn so that he can launch the attack with the bishop. White moved the pawn and here comes the attack. Okay, so let's go further to the second example. Blocking the line of attack. So we will learn from this, like if somebody attacks us, how we defend ourselves. How we defend by blocking. In the previous example, you have seen that when the attack was coming, the queen was moving away. When the attack was coming, the queen was moving. The queen moved. This is queen move. And now we will proceed to the second example where we will see that how the attack is blocked. Black moved the queen, moved the rook to attack the queen. So attack has been happening on the queen. Now you have to suggest the move, kids. Give your answers in the chat. How would you block the attack? So we have the answers coming from Bhavin, Abhyud, Yashashwini, Himanshi, Bhavesh. Nice. Okay, the answers are really flooding. Very strong field. Correct answer. So he blocks the attack by blocking. The knight comes in between, as been said by a lot of you. The attack is blocked. So whenever there is an attack, you can block the attack also. And this is in this position, it is not only an blocking of the attack, it is also creation of an attack. As you can see from the arrows, the knight is just not defending, it is also attacking the black's queen. So this is blocking. So you have stopped the attack. Let me animate you one more time. Yeah. Attack, defense by blocking. Perfect. So now we will see what will happen if the attack is being captured. If somebody attacks us, how do we defend ourselves by capturing? We have a question from Dev that is the king ever dies? Okay, the king never dies, or the king can never be captured in the game of chess. The object of the chess game is to checkmate the king. So the king never dies in the game of chess. You know, a lot of people will say that I have captured the king and, like this, but it's not possible. As per the rules of the game, the king never dies in the game. It is always checkmate. You have seen in movies, in the Hollywood movies to the Bollywood movies, they say checkmate. They never say capture the king. They say check and mate. There was a famous movie recently, I think 1 or 2 years back, where there was a competition going on in college and there was a chess competition being organized. I don't know whether kids have seen this movie or not, but yeah, it was a very famous movie. And the hero of the movie was the person who unfortunately expired. Yeah, so that movie is Chichore. So you can watch that movie. There is a lot of chess contents there. Okay, so let's get back to our things. Here we are learning about taking the attack piece, that is capturing the piece which is attacking us. So here white played the move knight f5, and this knight is attacking the rook. So this knight is attacking the rook, and what we are learning here is let's take the captured piece. So what will we do? Can we take the can we take the attacking piece? Okay, a lot of people has watched this movie I was mentioning about. It was Chichore, and there was a annual chess competition being organized there between the two college teams. Okay, yeah. So kids, onto this puzzle. The puzzle in front of you. The knight on f5 is attacking the rook. How to defend? By capturing the attacker. Who can capture the attacker here? We have the first answer from Serene. Very good. Vignesh also give the answer. Please give your answers in the chess notations, so you will understand the language of the chess more better. Lokesh also gives the answer, and Bhavin also gives the answer. Saranya gives the answer. Right, all the kids are very strong. So fantastic. So here is the answer. The knight has been captured by the bishop. So let's capture the attacker. So we observe that whenever there is being an attack launched on us, there are three ways to defend: move, block, capture. So this is an example of capture. So bishop captures a knight, and the attacker is gone. Although the bishop will also get captured, but that is one of the ways to defend. And the important point here was that the knight was worth 3 values and the bishop was also worth 3 values. So we are not losing any material. As black or as white, there is no loss of material. Loss of material means if we capture the opponent's piece and we lose the value, like we mentioned about queen is worth 9 values, the rook is worth 5, knight and bishop are worth 3 values, pawn is worth 1. If there is any loss of value on some exchanges, then we should avoid that. Object of the chess game is to checkmate the king, and the second object is to hold the material. Safeguard your army. Don't lose your army with the opponent's army. The value has to be considered. We should not lose value. Okay, so here there was an equal exchange. Bishop f5, ef5. but the attacker was being exchanged, capturing the attacker. Okay, so we had a question in the chat box from somebody that they are not understanding exactly what is the difference between check and checkmate. So let me get to this theme because it's a very good question. Can in the chat box somebody tell me who already know this, what is check and what is checkmate? Can somebody send this answer? Because there was a question among one of the students. What is check and what is checkmate? In very simple words. If you can send your answers, so it will be very clear. So what is check and what is checkmate? So we have the answers coming. I was asking a doubt on check and checkmate. Himanshi Gupta. Yeah. So I'll explain you. Check is attacking the king by Janvi. Very good. Janvi, it's a right answer. And what is checkmate? So a lot of answers being explained by all of you kids. Very good. Checkmate means the king is blocked and cannot move anywhere. Okay. Serene, you are very close to the answer. There is no way to escape. We can tell it as a checkmate. This is by Tamavarpu. Yeah, VSS Tamavarpu. Very good. VSS, you have given the right answer. Yashashwini, check means something attacks the king, but the king can move. But the checkmate means when something attacks the king and king cannot move. Wow, very good. Fantastic. So very, very strong field. Very, very strong field. Yeah, absolutely right. So here is my explanation to you in a very simple word. What does check means? Attack on the king. Attack on the king is called as check. As you can see from this example, this is the attack on the king. Anything which attacks the king will be called as check. It can be from anything except a king. A king can never give a check to the king. So any piece, opponent's piece attacking the king is called as check. This is the definition of check which is coming in front of you. And there is an answer from MA that check means that king can be defended. Yeah, you are also right in that sense. The check means that king can be defended, but there is a possibility that the king may not be defended. So we can say that technically attack on the king is called as check. And this is a demonstration in front of you. Now I'll quickly go to the checkmate. What is exactly the checkmate? A lot of you have pointed it very correctly. Previous coaches would have also explained you very well what is checkmate, but I'll show you in the form of example. Whenever there is a check, whenever there is a check, whenever there is an attack on the king, there are three ways to get out of the check. Three ways. Can somebody type or tell me what are those three ways by which a black king or the white king, whoever is in check, can get out of the check? What are the three ways to get out of the check? Himanshi is asking, can the king give a check to the opponent's king? The king can give a check to the opponent's king without touching. And that is not the check by the king. It is finally a discover attack by some other forces. So basically, a king can never say hello to the opponent's king. So normally the king cannot give a check to the opponent's king. It is the opponent's army will give the check to the opponent's king. So what is checkmate? So there are three ways to get out of the check and the answers are flooding. Abhyut has given the answer. escape, block or capture, defend, block or capture, defend, block, escape, block, capture. Yes, absolutely right. I'm not reading out the name, but yeah, the three ways are very well. Bhavesh has given 4 ways. 4 ways is to defend. There are only 3 ways to save the king from the check, actually. Move, capture, block. You can also say escape, block or capture. It means the same thing. I normally say it as MCB, like a small words. You move or you escape. You can use any word. Block, you block the check, or third, you capture it. So these 3 ways, when are not possible, that is move, escape, capture, block. That is, these 3 ways are not possible, then that situation on the chessboard is called as check and mate. So here is a position which is in front of on the screen. You can see that this bishop and queen, this is also called as a bishop and the queen battery. This bishop and the queen battery is giving a check. The queen is giving a check to the king, and it is called as a bishop and the queen battery. The king on g8 has no way to move, that is to escape, because it is suffocated by his own army. Neither the king or the king's army can capture the queen, because the king can never capture a piece by which it can get captured. So that is not possible. Move is not possible for the king. Capture is not possible for the king. And if you look from the block side, there is no space between the king and the queen. There is no space at all. So what is the definition of checkmate? When move, capture, block for the opponent's king is not possible, that situation is called as check and mate. So this is the difference between check and checkmate. I hope the doubts are clear for Himangi, that what is check and what is checkmates. Okay, so we were discussing today. Let's have the review of the things which we did today in the class. We actually did the attacking and protecting, and we actually did these things. We learned about attack, we learned about defense in the first puzzle. In the second puzzle, we learned about attacking from the knight to the pawn and then defending from the knight to the pawn. In the third puzzle, we learned how does the bishop attack the knight. In fact, I can just preview it so that you can observe one more time like a revision. There was an attack, here comes the defense. When the capture happened of equal. Bishop were 3 values, captured, the knight were 3 values. Next puzzle, you can see we did the rook and a rook battery, and strengthening of the attack happens. And strengthening of defense also happens. And we combine mathematics. 2 is greater than 1. So this is strengthening of the attack, rook and rook battery. Yes. And now strengthening of defense. And now if we don't apply mathematics, we lose material, as now the rook captures the pawn. It's a mistake because there were 2 defenders. So white should not have captured. And if he captures, he loses the material, the 5 values. White loses the rook. Next example, we learned how we attack the minor piece, that is the knight, which is also called as a minor piece with a lower value. We didn't capture it from the queen, we attack. So always we attack from the lower value to the higher value. In the next example, we learned that we should not bring the queen early in the game. And we observed if we bring the queen early in the game, it is very much exposed like this. So black pieces are attacking the queen and the white queen is exposed. So we learned that we should not bring the queen early in the game. The next was blocking the attack. In this position, the rook attacked the queen and it was being blocked. So moving, blocking, and now we will go to the next example. This is capturing. As we can see that the knight is attacking the rook, and in this case, the attack was blocked. Okay, so this is what was a today's lesson about attacking and defending. Let's quickly go to the contents which we will be having, like checkmating from the queen. So we can just do it very fast. How do you do a checkmate with the queen? 7-8 puzzles quickly can come. Bhavesh give the answers perfectly. Correct answer, Bhavesh. Queen h7 is a checkmate. Very good. That's the way the checkmate has been delivered. A lot of people has given the right answer, queen h7. Very good. Fantastic. All of you, very good. Correct. So let's go to the next one. In this puzzle, it's the battery of bishop and the queen. How will the checkmate come? Is this the same answer as the previous one? Absolutely right. Wonderful. Queen goes to h7. That's the way the checkmate happens. Yeah, very good, kids. Let's go to the third one. We have the powerful bishop and the queen battery. How will you deliver a checkmate here? Very good, Bhavesh. Fantastic. Your answers always come first. Deepa also gave the answer. Yeah. But Bhavesh, you have given a slightly wrong answer. Try to have a look at it. Vignesh has given the right answer. Akhilesh has given the right answer. Yeah, Chandrasekhar has given the right answer. Prahlad has given the wrong notations. Saranya, please have a look at it. Yeah, Abhyut has given the right answer. Saranya, please cross-check the answer. Yeah, Bhavesh, now you gave the right answer. And yeah, Leo, very good. Yeah, and yeah, there is a wrong notations being there. Yeah, a lot of given as kids have given the right answer. Very good, kids. Wonderful. Yeah. So here is the answer, queen and bishop battery. As you can see that queen g7 will not be a checkmate because the opponent's piece can capture it. So queen h8. This is the checkmate. We have a question from, uh, okay, we have Keshav Harshvardhan saying that he has won the state level chess competition. Congratulations, you are third probably there. Keshav, heartiest congratulations. Himanshi Gupta has a question that can the castling be done by any piece or by rook only? So I think the kids here can also answer that question. So the castling is uh, done is a special move which is done between the king and the rook. So it cannot be done by any other piece. The castling is a special situation. It's a special move where at one time two pieces can move. It's a special move. Normally it is not possible to do that, but it's a special rule and it is done between king and rook. So that's it for today, kids. So I will just sign it off. I hope you like the class today and learn and remember the things that whenever you play a game of a chess, there is an attack, there is a defense. Okay. See you then, kids. Next class. Bye-bye.